In my last video, I built a giant tower, kidnapped people, and I also tried to kill an old woman. However, that did not happen, and instead she killed me. Now let's continue this modded journey and not die to any more old people. After I was killed by this lady, instead of going on a power trip and killing everything in my sight, I decided to simply move on and make myself an experience farm. Which I suppose is still killing. It turned out kind of shit and I barely ever ended up using it anyway. I then visited the Nether for the first time, but it was a little too scary for me, so I immediately left. However, the terror of the Nether would instead be replaced by a terrifying fortress of undead. Waves upon waves of undead came for me. I found some alright loot in the chests, and then I went back to the overworld victorious. Through this entire modded journey, I had come across countless mobs that gave me weird buffed items. The buffs varied from a few different things like extra damage or extra health and armor. These items and mobs came from the mod Apotheosis, and I came to an incredible realization messing around with this mod. I could not only learn to super enchant my own tools, but I could also use gems from the mod to give them my own buffs. Now that I was more confident that I had all the resources I needed, it was time to start working a little bit more technically. I increased the length of my tower, and on the new floors I would put my machines. The Industrial Revolution was here. You see, in this beautiful mod pack that I've made, there is a mod called Mechanism. With this mod I can make machines that make certain things a lot easier. It also allows me to get some pretty crazy tools. So try and keep up. To start with this mod, one needs a metallurgic infuser. This machine makes circuits out of different materials, and we also need a way to power it. So before anything else, I need to make a heat generator which uses coal or lava to create energy. Now my first goal with this new machine was to create a wind generator which automatically generates energy from the wind. For this I would need 2 energy tablets which we need infused alloy for. Infused alloy is made with redstone and iron in the metallurgic infuser, so that wouldn't be a problem. Then I would need a basic control circuit, which is just redstone and osmium. Osmium is an ore that Mechanism adds, and I had plenty of it. Then I was finally able to craft the wind generator. Now I did not have to worry about wasting coal to create power. Also didn't have to worry about the environment, I guess. Now that I had this set up, I could make a bunch more machines, like a crusher, an osmium compressor, or an enrichment chamber. It gets really complicated when you try to explain it, and if you look at the crafting recipes, it looks really complicated. Point is, with these new machines at my disposal, I now had the ability to craft a tool so great, so amazing that I would never have to worry about anything ever again. The Atomic Disassembler. It's a pickaxe, a weapon, and most of all, my only friend. Sorry little goblin kid that I stole from the mines earlier that day, but you'll never be this useful. It made my mining experience a lot easier, and it also helped me to take down this asylum that tried to keep me inside of its walls. But no, it would not keep me there. Why did it even try to begin with? I'm perfectly sane. Anyway, I stole all of its loot, which was a lot by the way, and then I went back home happy with all of the stuff this place had given me. Except for the trauma. Now it was time for me to look for the stronghold so that I could fight the Ender Dragon.
Did someone say dragon?
No.
Dragon these
No. Before I could fight the thing, I needed a few things first, like ender pearls. I struggled for a little while with what I should do, but then I realized that sometimes the best way is not the modded way, but the vanilla way. I looked for some piglins in the Nether and I started to trade with them. This was also my first extreme expedition into this place. After I was done and had all the ender balls I needed, I went looking for a fortress, but instead of a fortress I found a bastion, and another bastion. Don't get me wrong, bastions are alright, I mean I get netherite, but not what I needed. In fact, after searching for like an hour, I had still not found any fortresses. Just as I had given up, when all hope was lost, I found something else, something better. It was a structure from a mod called Stalwart Dungeons. The vanilla way might work sometimes, but the modded way always succeeds. I not only found multiple spawners that spawn these weird wither skeletons, but I also found spawners that spawn reinforced blazes. And these blazes drop way more blaze rods than the average blaze. And now that I finally had all the tools, it was time to search for the stronghold. With an optimistic mindset, I threw the first Eye of Ender, and I wish I could say it took me less than 10 minutes, but no, it took me closer to an hour. I spent so much time looking for that fucking piece of shit stronghold. And then, finally, I dug down to find a new and improved stronghold. Luckily, I immediately found the portal, because it would have taken forever to search through this thing otherwise. There was, however, a problem now that I was there. I had used up too many Eyes of Ender to open the portal, so I would have to go all the way back, which was about 2,000 blocks, and then I would have to go back here. I wonder if this was karma for something. But I could not possibly think of any sins I had committed, so I left. Found this giant pillager mansion, got 2 totems of Undying, and then I found another battle tower. If you remember last time, then you will know that on top of this tower, there would be a waystone. I desperately built myself up the outside of the tower, and there it was, like a savior who came to meet my desperate needs. I was still not too far from the stronghold. I had saved a bunch of time. So I grabbed it, went back, placed it, and used the waystone for the first time to teleport back home and go get the rest of the ender pearls via piglin trading. Then as I stood there above the newly built portal, it was time to see what the end looked like in a modded world. But because I am a terrible person, you will see that next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, and if you want to see more of my content, you can go over to my VOD channel where I leave all of my streams that I do over on Twitch, which is also linked in my description. Thank you for watching.